Welcome back to another little Two Spanners episode on the Corsa. Today we're putting the front end together. I need to line up the wings to the bonnet to make sure the gaps are nice and equal. Then I've got all the scuttle trim to put back in, wiper blades on, you know, all the usual stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the engine bay I need to put the back together. So I'm just going to walk around it quickly, show you a few little bits I'm going to get on, and we'll probably time lapse the front end going together. I don't know if I'm going to get the bumper on today, but I need to get all the engine bay together, so we've got some power in the car so I can do the rear end and wire all the buttons in for the tailgate. So with that said, then I suppose we just crack on with it. Right. So first off, I've got to line my gaps up along here. This one's not too bad, but if you come over the other side, this one's super tight. So obviously I've got to line them up first, make sure the bonnet's further enough back or wherever else it needs to move to. Lewis has ground out the vent that goes in here with his die grinder, which I'll show you later when we get to that. So I'll lift this up. We've got all this to put back together. It's going to be a bit of a long and tedious job today, so I hope you stay tuned, follow us along, and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's all back together. So the bonnet's all together. Should get some cutters, cut all the cable ties off now. I have put a bonnet stay in the middle, just hold the bonnet up while I'm working under here, because obviously I haven't put these little clips in and covers on yet. I've just got to wipe down all the polish off of there, clean out in there before we start putting things back. I've also put all my stuff out. If I remember rightly, it's wiper blade in first, then this cover, and then I can put these in. Obviously airbox, got this to put in as well. Just all tedious little bits, unfortunately, but you know, you got to make sure your car project looks nice. So we'll probably put you on time lapse, and we'll see you when it's all back together. Alright guys, I've got the majority of the front together now. I'm going to do some bits off camera just because they're fiddly and a little bit annoying, and this video is going to be going on for a little while now. I'll just do a little recap. I'll tell you all the extras I'm going to do, and then we'll come back once I've put all them in. Hopefully we'll get the car started today, which would be nice because it hasn't ran for, I don't know, 6 months now. It's just been sat here. I need to install a second-hand recert valve because I stole mine for the missus' car. Because hers had a little tear in it and it was blown by, so obviously I can't fit that on mine. I also need to buy an intercooler for my car, so I don't know if I'm gonna get the front bumper on anytime soon. Might have to be after Christmas because it's like 447 quid from AirTech, but we could possibly get the headlights in, brackets on the wings, all the bonnet finished up. So let's just have a little recap. So I've put the battery all back in, I've got the fuse box back in place, all the wiring. Oh, I say that, look at that, I forgot to clip one on. All the wiring is going back along the inside of the scuttle trim. I've got the inside scuttle trim in, I've got the wiper motor back on, I've put the brake fluid reservoir back. Obviously I've got this to do now. I've got the new second-hand one here, which I'm just going to fit in a second, and then we'll come back after that. I've rebolted all this back up, lined all this up off cam just because it was a little bit fiddly and annoying, and I'm sure you don't want to see me just undoing bolts and moving front panels up and down all day long. So that's about it for now. I'll be back once I've got most of this other little bits and bobs on. I've been prepping the wiper blades and the scuttle trim that goes on the outside so that we can paint them black, just so they tidy up a little bit, because obviously black plastic goes a bit dull when it's weathered. So I've just been doing that off cam. It's just a bit of Scotch Brite, degrease it, and then aerosol black. Nothing special, you can all do that at home, and I'm sure you all have done it at home, just to tidy little bits and bobs up on your car. So I'm just going to crack on with this and then I'll be back. Right, this is as far as I think I'm going to get today, so we're going to see if we can start the car. But scuttle trim's all in, painted black just to freshen it up a little bit. Same with the wiper arms, airbox and everything's back in. So I'm just going to go see if it'll start. Give me 1 second. We have a flat battery. Let's try this again. Running, everyone. Right, all, she's running. Sounds like she's doing okay. Doesn't sound like there's any boost leaks at the moment, but obviously I won't know until we rev it and take it for a drive. So this is where we've got to on this video. I think what we can do though is pop in this bonnet vent so we can have a little look at that. 1 second. There we go, guys. It's going to be a little different on the front. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying the Corsa still as much as I am. Please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get our videos once a week. Take care.